Yo, YouTube fam, how y'all doing? I say TM Nation, how y'all doing? It's your boy Tech Mo here again, back with another review and unboxing. And today we have another pair of true wireless earbuds with the ear hooks that will not break the bank. I did do a video on the Funko Pro true wireless earbuds a little while back. Now they are Crazo Pro. There's no more Funko, and these are the upgraded version. Although the design is similar on both pairs of earbuds, you do get some notable upgrades with the Crazo Pro version. At the time of the video, they'll cost you about $34.99 on Amazon, and they have some pretty nice features at that price. First, you can wear them in either sport mode with the ear hooks attached, or you can take the ear hooks off and wear them that way. I've removed and replaced the ear hooks a bunch of times, and it's seamless. It really only takes a few seconds to remove or replace them. And besides that feature, they are rocking Bluetooth 5.0. They now have USB Type-C for charging. The older pair used micro USB. With the Crazo Pros, you're gonna get up to 9 hours on a single charge. And those are just a couple of the highlights. Of course, I'll go into more of the specs and the features of the Crazo Pros a little bit later on in the video. I'll also do all of my normal tests so you have an idea of how these perform, but so that you have an idea of what you'll get if you decide to pick a pair up. Let me unbox them for you. Alright, so taking a look at the presentation, you get pretty much everything you would need inside of the box to get the earbuds up and running. This includes your user manual and other documentation. You get a USB Type-C cable to charge the case. You get a few different pair of ear tips so you can see which ones fit in your ears the best. And last but not least, you get your charging case and the earbuds. The charging case does feel sturdy in the hands, and there's not too much going on the outside of the case besides the Crazo branding on the top and the USB Type-C charging port in the back. Now with this case, you do not have 4 LED lights to show you your charging status on the case like you'll get with some other earbuds. You only have one LED light in the back of the case. The light here will turn on and turn off when you open or close the case, and in terms of when you're charging the case, it'll illuminate red when it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it'll turn off. One thing that is not present with the charging case is the ability to wirelessly charge it. You all that watch my videos know that's a feature that I love to have, and if I can get it in a pair of earbuds, I almost always look to get it. But in the case of the Crazo Pros, they are under 40 bucks, so I don't think it's a deal breaker, but just so you guys know, they don't have that feature. For battery life with the case, you're also gonna get a significant bump over the Funko Pros. The Crazo Pros will give you about 60 hours total. With the Funko Pros, you're only able to get about 24 hours total, so I'd say the Crazo Pros are a nice bump. Moving on to the earbuds, the design is nice in my opinion, and when you have the ear hooks installed, they look like a nice pair of sports earbuds. The ear hooks are flexible, but they are also rigid enough to keep the earbuds in your ears. Once you have them wrapped around your ears, they will stay in place. A nice feature that you do have with these earbuds is you can use either earbud in mono mode if you'd like to. So if you're listening to both earbuds and you decide to put one back into the case, the other will continue playing. You shouldn't have any issues. The Crazo Pros do have built-in mics for voice calls, so you can take and make voice calls directly from the earbuds. Now, I have made a few voice calls with the earbuds, and I have been told that I sound a little airy, and at times I can seem like I'm far away from my device. But on the other hand, I did make a few voice calls where the people said I sounded loud and clear, so it seems like the call quality is kind of hit or miss. In my opinion, the call quality is not the clearest, but it should get the job done for you. But as always, I'll let you guys judge for yourselves. Let's take a listen.
Alright guys, so right now I have the Crazo Pros paired to my iPhone 11. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how you'll sound using these for voice calls.
I did mention earlier that you'll get about 9 hours of use on a single charge with these earbuds, but these also do feature quick charging, so if you only need a little bit of juice to get through a workout or something of that nature, 10 minutes worth of charging will give you about 2 hours worth of battery. And when it's time for you to charge the earbuds, they fit into the case nice and snug. You shouldn't have any issues getting them down in there securely. Now, moving on to the controls that you'll get with the Crazo Pros, they use touch controls, and so far they've been pretty accurate. And for the controls, you have all of your controls except for volume, which I must say is a disappointment. I say that for me because personally, a lot of times when I'm exercising, I'll put my phone down somewhere and exercise somewhere else in my garage. And not all songs are tuned the same, so you might need to adjust the volume and increase it on certain songs and decrease it on others. When this is the case with the Crazo Pros, you're gonna have to use your device because you cannot adjust the volume from the earbuds. But other than that, you can track forward and track back. You can pause and play your music, and you can hang up and pick up your calls. One thing that I will say that I like about the playback controls is they are exactly the same no matter which earbud you're using. So in other words, you can do exactly what you can do on the right earbud on the left earbud, and the functions are exactly the same. Now moving on and talking about the fit in the ears, they're extremely comfortable to wear in my ears. I have no issues in terms of the fit. With the ear hooks installed, they stay in place pretty well, and I'm not worried about them sticking out or anything of that nature, so again, I just keep them on. When you take the ear hooks off, they do stay in place relatively well still, but if you begin to sweat or you become wet, they will start to move around. So again, like I said, I pretty much always keep the ear hooks on because they're not an obstruction to me and they don't make them uncomfortable. The way that they fit down into your ears pushes a good amount of whatever you're listening to down into them. They don't leak as much sound as some other earbuds that I've tried out, but they're not perfect and they do leak some sound. Let's take a listen. The Crazo Pros are IPX7 rated, which is higher than the Funko Pros, which are IPX5 rated. That being said, you should be fine with these for exercising. Splashes of water or sweat will not harm them. I did do my water test as always, just to see how they would react. Let's take a look at what happened. These are rocking Bluetooth 5.0 like I mentioned earlier in the intro, so pairing them to any Bluetooth enabled device is very simple. All that you have to do is open the lid on the case, and from there you will hear a little chime letting you know that they're ready to pair. From there, simply find them on your device, connect to them, and you're good to go. To test out the latency, I used the Crazo Pros to watch a bunch of different videos and movies on my iPhone 11. Through the YouTube app, everything seemed to be pretty synced up. I didn't have any issues with any noticeable lag or anything of that nature. I'm also able to walk a good distance away from my device without getting any crackling or disconnections. Crazo claims that you'll get about 65 feet of working range with these, and based on my testing, I think that's pretty accurate. Alright, so moving on and touching on the sound quality with the Crazo Pros, I'd say that it's definitely better than average, but it didn't quite blow me away. Also, in between the sound quality with the Funko Pros and the Crazo Pros, they're pretty similar. The Crazo Pros may be a little bit more balanced, but there's not a world of difference. With the Crazo Pros, you're gonna get more of a flat sound signature. You do get some bass there as well, but it's not overpowering. I'd say that these are great if you like to listen to talk radio or podcasts or pretty much anything of that nature with a lot of vocals. I say that because the mids that these provide are pretty clear and they're more pronounced than the highs and the bass are. But you will get a decent amount of detail in your music with these. Just sounds like those background instruments will take a back seat to the vocals. Overall, like I said, you're gonna get more of a flat, natural sound with these. You're not gonna get a bump in the highs, and you're not gonna get much of a bump in the bass either. Also, in terms of the volume output, I wish that these got a little bit louder. They will be adequate for most people, but I usually find myself listening to them at max volume. And I don't want to make it seem like they're extremely low in terms of the volume output, but I personally would have liked to see a couple more notches of volume. So taking everything into consideration, the Crazo Pros have some nice upgrades over the Funko Pros. USB Type-C charging for the charging case and the upgraded battery for both the earbuds and the charging case are all nice upgrades to have with these. I think that those upgrades are a step in the right direction for these, but I would like to see a little bit more detail in the sound quality and a little bit more bass as well. Also, no volume controls on these is a bit unfortunate, but judging from some of the comments on my other videos, Some of you guys don't really care about that. So I guess it just depends on what you're looking for, but at the price point, I think that these are relatively solid. If you can deal with the few shortcomings that I mentioned about these earbuds, I think that they're pretty solid for under 40 bucks because the design is really nice. Out of all of the exercise earbuds that I own, these are in the top 5 in terms of how they fit and stay in my ears. But that being said, guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments section. I'll try to get you an answer. I really appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out with your boy. Your support really does mean a lot, and it's helping the channel immensely. Until next time, y'all be safe, y'all stay positive, and most importantly, I hope y'all have a great day. I'll catch y'all in the next one, but until then, it's your boy Tech Mo, and I'm out. Peace. If you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you don't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.